And so Pilate, like, he's caught in two places. He has already determined twice now Jesus is innocent. Like, this is a sham trial. This is a railroading. But he also realizes that, like, the big players here want Jesus taken care of. And they can't do it, so he has to do it. So at this point, sensing political pressure, fearing an uprising, realizing his own political future is at stake, he decides to send Jesus to what's known as Gabbatha. Now, Gabbatha is also known as the Fortress of Antonia. And he's sent there to basically go through an interrogation process that we know as a scourging. And this is where Jesus would endure the cat of nine tails. He would receive 39 lashes. Most people didn't survive. All this is intending to get Jesus to confess to a crime, by which Pilate can then, with good conscience, execute him for. He's humiliated. They put a crown of thorns. They auction off his clothing. They take a mallet, crush the crown of thorns into his head. Jesus, they place a purple robe on him. They allow the coagulation to happen. They rip it off. Like, Jesus is humiliated. He's scourged. He's tortured, but he remains silent through all of this. Now,
modern day Guantanamo Bay.
Yes. Now, it's at this point I want to pause because we have a segment that we do. We call it Spice Daddy Digs. Justin is our resident archaeologist. A lot of times Justin will give updates on new things that are happening that people don't know about. But with this one, I wanted Justin to give some background into to Gabbatha, the Fortress of Antonia, because they've archaeological digs have not only uncovered this ancient fortress, but they've also uncovered this specific threshing floor. If you take a tour of Israel, you'll go there. It's a very surreal thing. Most of the time, you don't do much. You just kind of sit there. There's benches in solitude. Maybe you do a little worship. Like it's a holy place because, like, we know this is where Jesus was scourged. And so, Spice Daddy Diggs gives us some archaeological background.
Spicy Daddy, he digs deep through time and earth to what he keeps. Ancient secrets he brings to light. In his hands they shine so bright. Spicy Daddy's got a knack for finding what others lack. His heart beats with the old stones and every artifact he knows.
I know I kind of sprung this on you last week, gave you some more context tonight. Give a little background to it.
Yeah, so welcome back, my little pepper poppers, to Spice Daddy Digs.
I do like the Braves hat. Go Braves.
Yes, right. Chop on. So I guess unlike Guantanamo Bay, where we send foreign adversaries, foreign captives.
We send people to Guantanamo so that they don't have constitutional rights of an attorney, due process.
Right, because they're not on American soil.
It's not on American soil.
This
it's in
was
Cuba.
So technically speaking, and not that applied to non-Roman citizens, this was more like a governor's headquarters. So when the governor of the region came, he stayed in this area.
It's where Pilate would have stayed.
It was known as a praetorium, and so in Greek it was called Lithostratos. I should have learned Greek.
You know what? I love the fact you butchered that. As much grief as you've given me in the Harmony of the Histories with butchering old names, you just tore that a new one. Good job.
Oh yeah. In Aramaic, Gabbatha. It basically means raised place or high pavement. It was a high place, which is often associated with a place of significance. So anytime something significant was built, governorships, stuff like that, they put it on a hill. They put it on a hill. And
It was a flex. It was a Roman flex.
right, and so there is, and before I get into it, there is zero archaeological evidence supporting that Jesus was actually there.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's
Well, I mean,
no way to tell.
It's a. They didn't give Jesus a little plaque.
Right,
In one of
but
the
it's highly likely that this is where he would have gone to be whipped.
because it fits the time period.
Correct. And so when you go there now, it's part of the Via della Rosa, which is the way of the cross. Which, if you ever go down Jerusalem, there's basically a road you can go down, and there's little signs and everything that you can follow. Just the path of from where Jesus was whipped to carrying his cross all the way to Golgotha, basically. Traditional sense of that. And so what we find there is large ancient Roman era flagstones, paving stones, flat ground. And you basically just see all the signs of this being a headquarters for where the governor would have been stationed when he was in the area. And this is a likely part of that area that he would have gone. There's not a whole lot archaeologically to say this exactly happened. And so when you first asked me about this, I started looking, I was like, there's nothing new archaeologically about this. But what was cool is I have recently looked up more recent finds of things surrounding or related to the Holy Week or the death and resurrection of Jesus. There's some pretty cool, which I have always been on the side of the garden tomb being the actual tomb.
Really?
Yes, but
Because I'm the opposite.
now I'm venturing into your area, I guess. Recent findings, just this late last year and then this year, they've done some studies underneath the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. They found some signs that this was, they found old tombs. They found pollen and things that supported the area for being a garden and things like that. And so, man, so they found pollen from olive trees and grapevines and stuff in this whole area. And so that's kind of shifted my belief where, I am not Roman Catholic, and I tend to find that tradition, especially Roman Catholic tradition, tends to be more. I don't know
romantic, fanciful.
Yes, yeah, because Constantine's mother, who's traditionally is considered to be the influence in his life, became a Christian, and she went to the Holy Land and went through and was like, oh, this is a rock. This must be where Mary sat on her way to Bethlehem and stuff like that. And they'd build a church. And so you often find things like that. And the only reason why it's canonized is because she said that this must be the place. Zero evidence, zero anything. And that's what's, but this is pretty significant archaeologically, in my opinion, that they're able to go in and do what we call pollenology and research like ancient pollens and things like that, and find some actual scientific evidence to support some stuff. Pretty cool. The recent garden evidence, so in 2025, underneath again the Holy Sepulchre, they found pollen seeds, soil traces of 2,000-year-old olive trees and grapevines. So it says that Jesus was buried in an unused tomb. They're finding evidence of that, all that kind of stuff. And then, if you've never heard it, it's been since 1968. They found an ossuary with a box near Jerusalem of a heel bone of a crucified man. So before that, we've always talked about Roman crucifixion, but they've never actually seen any direct evidence of that.
Are you saying that this is the first direct evidence of a crucified person in Jerusalem / Judea.
Yeah, in 1968, and so
Wow.
it's really cool. And they found basically a heel bone with basically a big nail sticking through it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And so like before
Construction site. Just
right?
got about
So-
it. Wasn't wearing a hard toe.
Workers' comp.
You're right.
Nail gun got away from him.
Right. and they basically found a dude named, for translated, Jonathan. He had a large iron nail driven through it with olive wood fragments attached to it. So the way it probably would have been done is it was an olive wood tree or olive wood construction. And traditionally we see the little platform with Jesus's feet sitting on it and the nails put sideways, but it's probably that his feet were on the side and the nail was driven straight through the sides of it, kind of thing. And so really cool stuff. There's no direct archaeological stuff surrounding the death or resurrection of Jesus that have been publicized. But we find some outlying things that
So
are
let's-
there.
That corroborate the idea.
Yes.
The one
Yep.
thing we can say for sure is that Jesus was scourged.
Yes.
And so let's get back to our narration of like what did a Roman scourging look like?